Today we're going to learn about movement. It says movement is the path the viewer's eye takes through the work of art, often to focal areas, fruits, leaves, and bugs. And we are going to create a sense of movement with this picture. There are several examples here. Let's take a look at this first example. All right, so you can see the movement in here. Your eye kind of goes along the edges, and our fruits, which are the largest, are the focal area, but then you have all these little details. Your eye kind of wanders to all these places. Another fruit, some more small details, and I think this bug here would be probably one of the focal areas too, this big bug on top of the watermelon. So there's lots of different things going on in here. So we've got a lot of line work in the leaves, a lot of lines in the bug too. And notice that these fruits have a pattern in them. This one's got a checked pattern. This one's a striped pattern, and this one also is a striped pattern. I also think that going around the outside of objects with different colors also creates some emphasis and some movement, because our eye kind of goes along these lines as we look at the art project. All right, so here are some more examples. This one only has 2 fruits, so it depends on how big that you make your fruit, but I would like you to do at least 2 or 3 fruits. This one has 4 in it to fill up our page, and then we are going to add leaves and bugs. Look at how cute they are around the page. And so we're going to try to create a sense of movement so our eye can follow along the edges and look at our focal areas. I also would like you to create a pattern, either like checks or stripes inside of your fruits. All right, so to do this project, you can use any art supplies that you have. I think, of course, starting off with pencil is probably the best on white paper. And then you can either use crayons, colored pencil, oil pastel. You could use watercolor, or you could use a combination of things, whatever you have at home. I think I'm going to use crayons for mine, and I might use marker too. I don't know if I mentioned marker, but I might use some marker around the outside edges and then use that watercolor technique, like adding a little bit of water to it. We'll see, but crayons I think is what I'm mainly going to use. I will start off with a pencil. All right, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is a pencil, and we're going to start by drawing out our fruit, because that is our emphasis, or our focal point. So I'm going to start with a pear. You can use the examples for an inspiration if you would like. That doesn't mean that we need to copy it. We just want to use it as a guide for our work. All right, now I'm going to add some fruits and some bugs going around my page. I will probably fast forward this part of the video. Alright, so I think I have enough fruits, bugs, and leaves drawn on here. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to trace them with skinny markers. I didn't mention this earlier because as I was talking and drawing this, I was thinking with all of these little details, I'm going to need something smaller than a crayon, something that has a better, more controlled tip on it to draw this. So I am going to outline things with skinny markers and then color them in with crayon. I'm going to fast forward this part so it doesn't take too long. Alright, so here is the finished piece. Notice that I've traced around all of my leaves and bugs and my fruit. Now your eye can travel around the page looking at all of the different little drawings, and it basically always leads you back to the focal area, which are the fruits. I cannot wait to see how yours turn out. I hope you have fun making this project.